There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing a recap of Joselin's Cabaret episode 8, season 3. Welcome to Vegas, baby. This episode was really, really good. And it was long too. So, because y'all know how Zeus likes to play us with these little 45-minute to 46-minute episodes. But this was an hour and 5-minute long. So shout out to Zeus for giving us that little gift. So the episode starts off with Joselyn and Ballistic in the bed talking about like the cabaret premiere and everything like that. And is it just me, or do y'all imagine Joselyn and Ballistic having some like nasty ass sex? I just want to see it. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the sex tape I want to see leaked because I'm freaky like that. Like, I really want to see that. Because in my head, they just be doing like off the wall type stuff in the bedroom. So that's something that like I'm really into seeing. So, and then also before they end up leaving or whatever, Joselyn like toots her booty up. She's just like, ooh, Ballistic, can you eat my booty? Can I get some dookie love? Can I get some dookie love? Come on. So Ballistic is leaving the room. It was like, oh no, Joselyn, I gotta go, Joselyn, I gotta go. So that was that. So in the next scene, we see Chanel, K, Capri, and Amber by the pool talking about the night before. So Amber is still going off about the whole dress situation. She's just like, oh, somebody took my dress, somebody cut it up, put like Joselin's Cabaret and etch a sketch right in on my dress, you know, just going off about the dress or whatever. It was a brand new dress. Somebody went in my room and touched it. Somebody went in my room and broke Henny's glasses, you know, keep messing with people's stuff or whatever, blase, blase, blase. I'm pissed. So next thing you know, Chanel asks, she's going to call Lollipop over. No, damn well, Lollipop right now isn't really getting along with Kate Capri. They do not like each other. And then Amber is not really feeling Lollipop because she feels like Lollipop is like a flip-flop. So she ends up calling her over in typical Chanel ditzy self. So then Amber's like, oh, why you had to call her over? So she basically, Amber kind of confronts her like, oh, you low-key playing both sides or whatever because you cool with the Bobsey twins and then you be cool with me or whatever, like you playing both sides. And then also they were getting into the conversation about the whole money thing because KK was like, oh, she heard about how bitches was being stingy with the money, how they weren't sharing the money, blase, 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 all this type stuff. So she was like, she didn't like that. She feels as if everybody dances as a group, we need to share the money as a group or whatever. So yeah. And then this whole thing happens to where Amber and Lollipop start going back and forth. She was just like, oh, I feel as if you being a flip-flopper, blase, 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 all of this. And she starts calling her out. And she didn't like how she was mad about the whole money thing. She felt like she could have had a better attitude about it, blase, blase. And Chanel's like, oh, well, do you even want to be in the cabaret? Because I could have took your spot, blase, blase, blase. So then this is Lollipop. She's like, well, if you want to dance, you're going to have to get it back in blood because I made the cabaret and I'm going to dance in the cabaret. So I don't know what you're talking about, but you're going to have to get it back in blood. And that's on my mama. That's how Lollipop talk. So yeah, the next scene, Lollipop to me, she talks so funny as hell. It's like nasally, but it's like not an annoying nasally, but it's very like cute. It's very like a one tone nasally. If y'all get what I'm saying. So next thing we see Lexi Blow talking to Jordan, and then what ends up coming. And this is the thing that annoys me about Lexi Blow. This whole attitude of acting like the head bitch in charge, it bothers me. I'm gonna say every episode, I'm gonna keep saying it. It's irritating because I already know she wouldn't act like that. If any of the girls from last season were on there, if Big Lex was on the show, she wouldn't have acted like that. If Safari was on the show, she wouldn't have acted like that. If Lucky was on the show, she wouldn't have acted like that. If freaking what's her name? The girl who does the body painting. Oh, I forgot her name. Y'all know who I'm talking about, who does the body painting, whatever. I forgot. Boss Tech. If Boss Tech was on the show, she wouldn't have been acting like that. I just hate that whole attitude of like she's acting as if she's like better and all these girls are like underneath her. That's so irritating to me. And like I don't know how the girls haven't really like checked her on it, except for K Capri a little bit in the beginning. So what comes up and she's just like, oh, how was the premiere last night? Was it good or whatever? And then Lexi Blow's asking, she's like, oh, how are you healing up? Wet tells us that she has broken ribs, a little bit of broken ribs that she's still healing from and stuff. And I'm like, is that really worth it to be on the show? Broken ribs? Because at the end of the day, that hurts like a bitch. And it's very expensive to like recover from it and heal from it. Like that's like doctor's appointments or doctor's appointments. You might need surgery type stuff. Like it's not no little joke. You feel me? Like broken ribs is no joke. And it's kind of crazy how all that happened within that one night with her getting broken ribs or whatever. So I don't get that. And during this whole conversation, Lexi Blow is saying that they're looking for basically like a co-captain, like a secondary captain or whatever, and she feels as if a captain is enough and how she's doing her job, and you already know how she's acting. She's just like, I don't know why we really need a co-captain because I think I could do it all on my own. So Joselyn just needs to think about this co-captain thing because I got it in the bag. And y'all know, Lexi Blow talk like she on shrooms, which is really irritating. So next thing, which we get into the good meat and potatoes of things. Henny, Riri, the Kardashian twins, and Lollipop start meet up, and they start talking about the dress situation. So this is when Henny, I was so proud of Henny this episode because I thought she was just quiet and she was just like a fly on the wall, but she actually stood up for herself and she stood up for Amber too, which she didn't have to. She basically defended Amber because she was just like, oh, people came into our rooms and my shades was broken, my dress, Amber's dress was messed with, and then my shorts went missing. So she was just like, I'm not accusing anybody, but like it's kind of weird how all this is happening or whatever. So you already know the Kardashian twins, they're like, who are you talking to? Y'all accusing me of this, y'all accusing me of that, da 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 da. They start going off, and Henny's basically defending them like, oh, our room's not dirty or whatever, because the Kardashian twins was like, oh, y'all room is dirty as hell. Who would want to go in y'all room and all this blase, blase, blase. Diamond irritates me because the way she be talking, she talk with so much vitriol, like she real life angry about stuff. Like she be like, who want to go in y'all room? That room dirty as fuck, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Don't nobody want to go in y'all room. Y'all some dirty niggas. Who want to go in y'all room? Y'all some niggas. Y'all dirty niggas. Like, you know, every other word and word. We want to get to that. So yeah, like getting all pissed or whatever about them getting accused of messing with the dress, which I do think that it was Diamond who did it. I just feel like she's just not gonna admit to it, but I feel like Raven probably told Diamond like, oh, you should fuck up her dress or whatever since she's such a bitch or whatever, like kind of like poked at her dress. That's what I just see happening in my opinion, but it is what it is. I don't know if we're ever gonna find out what happened. But yeah, I'm surprised that Henny stood up for herself. I really thought that Henny was going to end up fighting them, or they were going to end up jumping Henny. Thank God they didn't end up jumping Henny, because Henny doesn't seem like the type that could really win a fist fight. And them two jumping Henny, it wouldn't have been a fair fight. And this is the only fight I feel like Raven would have jumped in, because she knows that Henny's probably not the best fighter. But let it have been Amber, one of them girls, she wouldn't have jumped in nothing, like we're going to see in the later part of the episode. So then it gets to where they what happened? Oh, what's her name? Henny was like, okay, let me go get Amber, since she's the one who thinks y'all mess with y'all. Just let me go get Amber. Let me go get Amber. So she brings in Amber over, and they start going back and forth. She was just like, it was funny because Amber walks up. She was just like, I'm sick of you bitches. Y'all are stupid and y'all nasty. Like she just came up and just said that straight up. And the thing is with Amber, in her confessional, that dark blue lip she has on, I hate it. It makes her look manly. Because it's so dark and blue. Like, I don't know who told her that was a good look. It just don't look right. It's not giving. It's just, I don't, every time I see her in that confessional with that dark blue lip on, it just bothers me. So they start going back and forth or whatever, and Raven ends up flashing her titties, and they had a big scar on it. And I'm like, whoa, like, why did you flash them and you got a scar on your titties? She's like, oh, I paid $8K for these, blase, 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 da, 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 da. And I'm like, you paid $8K for those and they have a huge scar on them. That's embarrassing as hell. You shouldn't have never showed them titties, girl. Like, when I seen it, I said, ooh. Like, and the scar wasn't like, you see like a little scar or whatever, like maybe You have a little scratch or something. It looked like a big surgery scar, like right underneath her nipple. And I'm like, whoa, like that was supposed to be a good thing that you showing off, or like you supposed to be like, ooh, put me on botch. Like that to me was crazy, but she showed her titties, y'all. So yeah, they just start going back and forth. They're like, oh, Amber's like, oh, y'all F for money. That's all y'all good for is effort for money. They going back and forth. They going back and forth. They going back and forth. And we just see the security there like smirking and laughing. Y'all could already see that the security wanted to bust out laughing like y'all hoes funny as hell, especially Big Chris. Shout out to Big Chris. He is the honorary, I think, 10th cast member because he's always mentioned in scenes and stuff. He's always mentioned about how everybody, all the girls are running to him for protection. So shout out to Big Chris because you're doing your job. You're doing your job. So Lexi and Chanel end up talking, and Chanel ends up getting emotional because she feels like she dropped the ball and that she should have made the cabaret, which I've seen things on the internet about how there's pictures and stuff and video proof of how Chanel is allegedly cutting herself. I really hope that's not true because this show is not that serious for you to be cutting yourself, Chanel. Because it is a cabaret show. It's stupid as hell. It's ran by damn Joselyn, a stupid hoe, to be honest. So it's like you shouldn't be cutting yourself for no cabaret. So I really hope that's not true, and it was just scratches from maybe stuff that happened in the house or something, and it's not her actually cutting herself from being depressed, because that's not nothing to play with, and that's really not funny at all. Because I've seen it on Instagram, and I've seen people say it on the show while watching Zeus, like the episode or whatever. So she starts crying about it, starts getting emotional, blah, 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 blah. So then Lollipop, Amber, and K Capri are getting their nails done. So then next thing you know, Amber calls out Lollipop again. She's like, oh, you play both sides. Like, you be cool with me sometimes. Next thing you know, you cool with the Bobsey twins. You cool with the Kardashian twins. So then K Capri gets in it. She's just like, yeah, you fake as hell, da-da-da-da. So Lollipop's like, oh, I'm not even talking to you. You already know we don't get along. You already know we don't get along. They start going back and forth. One thing about K Capri, as y'all seen on the live that she did with Lexi Blow, she loves to yell. She was just like, who are you? You are a stupid bitch. Look at you. You shaped like a Dyson refrigerator. You shaped like a white refrigerator that Nene Leak said. You shaped like a refrigerator, the white refrigerator. Y'all didn't know she expresses all her words, enunciates all of them. So she calling her refrigerator. They start going back and forth. They start going back and forth. They start going back and forth. And then next thing you know, Lollipop was like, oh, I never said anything about y'all room being dirty, Amber, because Amber thinks that she was the one saying that they had roaches in their room and how it's dirty, and she didn't like that or whatever, because it is like a racist undertone, them saying you have roaches in your room, basically roaches in your house that you live in the ghetto. So that's probably why Amber felt some type of way about it. But Lollipop was like, oh, I never said that. Like, that was the Bobsey twins. That was Raven and Diamond. Like, she never said that out her mouth, that they had roaches in their room and that their room was dirty. So she felt some type of way about that. So of course, they still kept going back and forth. Amber starts yelling at Lollipop, and Lollipop's just like, nobody touched me. I'm standing right here. Her and K Capri too start going back and forth. K Capri almost to the point where she was just like, oh, you lucky I can't fight. You lucky I can't fight or whatever. So this is Lollipop. Lollipop's like, oh, so I've never been touched. My hand's behind my back. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to hit me. You're not gonna touch me. I never been touched or whatever. I'm never scared. Fuck is you talking about? The fuck? I'm standing right here, okay? The fuck you jealous of me, little boy? You're a little boy. You're not gonna do anything. Fuck is you talking about? I'm standing right here, okay? And she's just like, Lollipop's like, that is Dennis Rodman in the flesh, baby. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they going back and forth, and then we just see the corner of the screen. We see Raven looking like this with some shades on like this. She looking like this. Like, let me show you. Raven, Raven, y'all, is looking like this. Raven's like this. She's like at the corner of the screen with the security. So then, Amber's like, at the corner of my eye, I see Raven's short ass just standing there looking. This girl always got to pop up anytime we're not talking to her. So next thing you know, her and Raven start going back at it. Amber and Raven start going back at it. They start going back at it. They start going back and forth. They start going back and forth or whatever. So Raven calls out Amber because she's like, "Oh, this is your 50th show. You've been on all these shows, whatever. You steady jumping from, I guess, reality show to reality show," which I didn't know about. Let me know in the comments if y'all know what shows Amber is from, because this is the first show I'm seeing her on. Maybe she's done some acting work that we know of or whatever, that we don't know of or whatever. But excuse me, y'all. This is the first time I've ever seen her on a reality show. Let me know if y'all see her on another reality show or any acting show at all in the comments. So finally, Joselyn stepped in. Finally, y'all. She finally stepped in. So Joselyn was like, "Okay, yeah, y'all gonna have to call her this yelling down. I'm sick of the fucking yelling." And she was just like, "K Capri, you're going to catch an aneurysm if you keep raising your voice. You yell too fucking much. Fuck." So K Capri shuts up right then and there. And K Capri, she does yell to the point where it's like she uses all her energy. I know she feels tired as hell after arguing sometimes because she uses all her breath and all her width and enunciations when she's getting in an argument with somebody. So I'm just like, I know you are tired. I'm glad Jocelyn told her to stop doing that because she's gonna catch an aneurysm one day if she don't stop doing that. So yeah, Jocelyn ends up checking Lollipop because she was just like, "Lollipop, you didn't think I heard all of the things you were saying when you guys were outside to this young lady? I was sitting upstairs. You guys think I take 50 minute shower? I took 20 minute shower and I watched for 30, 45 minutes. You telling this young lady that you think you better than her? You think you fucking Beyonce? Yeah." So she was basically mad at Lollipop because Lollipop didn't say good morning to her when she walked in the room. She felt like Lollipop was being disrespectful. And y'all, Jocelyn wasn't doing this to be put on cameras because Jocelyn was on another show called Marriage Boot Camp, and she got mad at this other girl from Love and Hip Hop. Her name is Bianca from Love and Hip Hop New York. And she got mad at Bianca because Bianca didn't say good morning to her. So Jocelyn is known for this. Like, she feels like that's an ultimate sign of disrespect if, like, it's early in the morning, y'all around each other, you don't say good morning to her. So Johnson's known for this or whatever. So it didn't surprise me that she snapped on Lollipop for this, and she wasn't putting on for the cameras because she's done this before. Because she snapped on Bianca for this too. So she was just like, "So you didn't say good morning to me, and I'm paying the bills in the fucking house." Lies, Jocelyn, because you know Zeus is covering the bill, so stop it. She's like, "I'm paying the bills for the fucking cabaret, and you walking around my house thinking that you're Beyonce. You look like Tina Knowles, bitch. Okay? You walking around the house thinking you're Beyonce, and you're not gonna say good morning to me when I say good morning to you." And Lollipop's like, "I did say good morning to you. I said good morning to you in the morning, yeah." And then she's like, "No, you cop, you fucking cop. Okay, that cap is on your head. You cap." So they're going back and forth or whatever. She asked me, she was just like, "Oh," she was just like, this is what Jocelyn said that was so funny to me. Which is, it's colorist as hell, but it's the way she said it that was funny. She was just like, you know, you high yellow bone bitches." She said, "You high yellow bone bitches. Y'all think y'all better." And then she was like, she said, "You think you look better than Beyonce?" And then she was like, "I think I look like me." She was just like, "No, I want you to think you think you're more beautiful than Beyonce." She was just like, "I think I'm beautiful." She was like, "Oh, this bitch thinks she Beyonce." So all this stuff, right? So it became a whole thing on social media. All the blogs have been reposting the whole Beyonce thing because you already know anything mentioned with Beyonce, the Beehive is going to end up going crazy and attacking her. She probably getting left and right in her mentions, and the Beehive's probably going in on her trying to make sure that her Instagram page gets disabled. So I wouldn't be surprised if she has to start a new Instagram page after this episode, which would kind of really, really, really suck. So yeah, next thing you know, Jocelyn ends up calling Diamond over because she was just like, where's that black hair bitch? Because I heard that black hair bitch says she don't want to be here. Bring that black hair bitch over here. Bring her. So Diamond comes in, and then she asks Diamond, she was just like, "So I heard you said you don't want to be in the cabaret. So I want to know if you want to be in the cabaret. I could send you home, and one of these other ladies can take your spot. Let me know." So you already know Diamond's like, "Oh no, I want to be here." All the other girls was like, "Yeah, we want to be here. I don't know about you, but we want to be here." Amber's like, "I want to be here. I want to be here." So Amber ends up telling Jocelyn, she was just like, "I feel uncomfortable that and Diamond keeps saying the N-word." She was just like, "I feel really, really uncomfortable that Diamond keeps saying the N-word. I feel really, really uncomfortable." So then Johnson's like, "Who's saying the N-word? Jordan, you saying the N-word?" So Jordan's like, in her confession, she's just like, I almost shit my fucking pants because Jocelyn that I said the N-word. I didn't say the N-word. That's crazy, Jocelyn. Oh my God. Yeah. You already know if Jordan said the N-word, the whole house would have probably jumped her because Jordan is white, for real, for real. So this is my whole thing about the N-word thing. I guess she's Puerto Rican, whatever, but I don't think she should be allowed to say the N-word. And I feel like Diamond is right until the point where she was like, had you felt some type of way about me saying the N-word, you should have checked me from the jump. She should have checked her from the jump from saying the N-word. That's where Amber messed up because she kind of waited to check her, which makes it look like it's calculated. So I kind of get what Diamond means with that, but she still doesn't have the right to say it. And it's the way you could say it's the way she says the N-word too that makes it worse. She says it with so much vitriol. Like she said, nigga, like she said with her chest. It's one way she was just like, man, chill out, nigga. Yeah, right, nigga. Like you get what I'm saying? Like the blow will feel a little lighter, even though it's still not right with her saying the N-word, but the blow will feel a little lighter. But it's the way she says it with so much vitriol. Yeah, nigga, yeah, nigga. Like you in a rap video, like, stop. You're not. Okay. So Amber was just like, say the N-word again, I'm gonna hit you. So then you already know Amber, Amber says that to Diamond. She was just like, say the N-word again and I'm gonna hit you. You already know Diamond. She nigga. So that was the ding. So Amber runs over to her. She starts playing arm tackle with her. She pins her down, starts whooping her. And if y'all didn't notice, if y'all watch closely, Joselyn told the security guard, she was just like, no, let him fight. Basically, like they pinned the camera down. They kind of edited to where it didn't look like she was selling, but Jocelyn was telling the security, like, no, let her whoop her ass because she was so confident in saying the N-word or whatever. So this whole time, Raven doesn't jump in. You feel me? So this shows how much of Raven is a fake friend to Diamond because her arm is already broken. This would have gave you ample excuse for you to jump in. That you could have jumped in and be like, hey, I was defending my friend because her arm broken, but you didn't. So it made Raven look really, really fake, which I wasn't surprised because I don't think their friendships are real. I just think they stuck together because they got on the show together, and yeah. And they even now I seen on social media they have a suck and a F t-shirt on that they're selling, I'm guessing, which was inspired by Amber. So Amber's low-key gave the money in my opinion, but whatever. Hopefully that sells. But who the hell wants to wear a shirt that says S and F, suck and F? That's like crazy. You're gonna look stupid walking around with that. And yeah, so Jocelyn's in the confessional. She's just like, Raven, your little side, you supposed to be Diamond psychic. Your little psychic ain't jump in. That bitch not your friend. Which she isn't. She's not her friend because you should have jumped in, her arm broken or whatever. So yeah, the girls finally get to audition again, and I'm gonna do a quick little rundown how the girls I think did. Chanel, I feel like did okay, but she needs to do more pole work when she's dancing. Who the hell cast the Henny? Because to me, she's just a pretty face and she can't dance. Thank God she stood up for herself because it shows that she has heart this episode, but she can't dance at all. She was just like, I want to ride it, baby. Like, she can't dance at all. Wet looked like a wet noodle, but it's only probably because her ribs is probably still recovering, so she couldn't do so much, which is sad. Hopefully she gets better. Raven, I feel like can't dance, and I don't know how she got picked next week because most of what I feel her that she did, she lifted her legs in the air and showed her hoo-ha and like kind of twisted around. So I don't get it. Diamond, I feel like did okay, and K Capri did the best. She did the best because she did the most pole work. She did she got on her head and shook her legs. Like she did a lot of pole work, a lot of tricks, which I was really, really surprised because it shows that she could actually really, really dance and belongs in Cabaret. It sucks that she fell out with Jocelyn and stuff because that's somebody that would probably make Jocelyn's Miami show that she's having this month, all month long, all spring break pop. But she's not going to be on there because Jocelyn and her are not getting along. I think Jocelyn blocked her at one point. So the last thing that happened this episode, we see Jocelyn bring out her like makeup artist. So before she makes a decision on who she's gonna pick or whatever, she was just like, I gotta go eat. I'm gonna go grab a snack. So she goes, she comes out her makeup artist and stuff, and Amber. And then next thing you know, she was just like, oh, so Chanel, why did you call my makeup artist and tell him what the fuck is going on in this house? Which I'm sort of confused. Hopefully we get clarified on this next episode. I don't know what she's calling the makeup artist about. I don't know why. So we'll see that next episode. And we see that the next episode, we see Raven ends up getting picked, and thank God K Capri ends up getting picked because she did deserve it. This episode was actually really, really good and entertaining, and it was a full-length episode. We saw multiple scenes, which I like to see in a show, because Zeus, you already know like how they like to do. They like to drag out one scene for one full episode. So let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know who side y'all are on when it comes to the N-word. Are you guys on Amber's side, or are you guys on Diamond's side? So let me know what you guys think, and make sure to tune into my next video.